stories that he can share with us about how Weston was booming back in the day. He has some political stories to share with us. And then we're going to have a little fun at the end. We went on a little stingray tour. So that's going to be fun. Me?
Listen, you got to understand two things. She's surrounded by water. And that's one of the key things on there in the Western District. You got water all over the place.
Right.
And they just pass the water and wade to the water.
Right. It's pretty. If you look at it, it's pretty. It's beautiful. Very pretty.
That's why she loved those beautiful shots we had today.
Right.
With all the water. Everything was great.
8 Mile Walk, we once again say thank you. Just look at that amazing shot. We'll be back again till the road we trod, a special independent series, Weston. It's all about you tomorrow. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
H. Bodie Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great thing about being a radio talk show host is you have to be prepared for almost any occasion. And I am so happy to be here today at the Broadcasting Corporation. I hope you're going to be happy with me today. I believe we're going to have a complete open line today, and tomorrow is Political Friday, so we're going to end the series of the final word tomorrow for the Easter week, the Holy Week we call it. So you better make the most of it today. My producer has implicitly given me carte blanche today, and I brought my magnifying glasses so we can magnify those events. But I want to really talk about it, if I may, with my producer's permission. Crime. Everybody, every electoral cycle talks about crime. The PLP guilty of falling down, the F&M guilty of falling down. Well, we've only had those two governments or administrations in recent times, but everybody falling down. And while they are complaining and talking, we are recording minimum of 100 alleged homicides per year. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I don't want to mash no corns today, but listen. Everybody complaining and hollering about the guns in the country, illegal guns and this ammunition and this and that. Everybody. All the headlines. The ministers say this, the commissioners say this. Everybody saying something. While Bahamians, and mostly persons who are involved in that criminal activity are being victims. But I don't care where they come from. Any one single Bahamian who loses his or her life because of gun violence or illegal activities is one too many. We have to understand it's not all about how many the statistics might reflect. It's an indictment upon society. When will it stop? Every year for the past 40-odd years, we've been talking about who is to be blamed. The PLP ain't do it. The F&M ain't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, in the meantime, we have recorded 90 alleged homicides for 1 year, 100, 110, 120, and the beat goes on. What are the solutions? And ladies and gentlemen, I want to submit there are 3 easy solutions. Lord of Mercy, the Broadcasting Corporation, sponsoring the final word today. Our major sponsors, the Superwash chain of wash houses. And we want to thank Mr. Dionisio Aguilar, former Minister of Tourism, and of course the CEO at Superwash for sponsoring the final word. We want to invite other persons. You know, we're going to take a Easter break starting tomorrow into the 11th of April, but we'll be back bigger and better than before. But ladies and gentlemen, what's wrong with us? What is wrong? And I mean, I have to be circumspect because this is a broadcasting corporation, but what is wrong with our people? Why are we slaughtering each other for what the police say might be turf warfare? And then everybody crying about why we have so much guns in the country, and I got to be careful with talking about guns because the last time I talked about guns, the police come to lock me up. They ain't going to look for the fellas, I almost used the N-word. They ain't going to look for the people who may have the guns or allegedly have the guns. They come to a law-abiding citizen like Ortland Bodie Jr. I have never had a gun, never owned no gun, but they come to get me. They did buy me a 3-piece Kentucky and an orange soda. But, you know, ladies and gentlemen, the Bahamas does not manufacture guns or ammunition for those guns. Let's make that quite clear. So it is obvious that some group of persons, some conglomerate, some group is facilitating the importation of unlicensed firearms. They're not illegal because they're manufactured in wherever they are. Unlicensed firearms. The police has over 2,000 officers and probably a whole lot more. Defense force get another couple of thousand or so and maybe more. Immigration get all of them people there who ain't all of them around there, right? And you mean to tell me they can't trace who bringing in these guns? I'm not indicting the police. I'm not indicting customs. I'm not indicting nobody. But somebody apparently is not doing their job. And don't come crying around me about, oh, well, the people in the States, but yes, we know that in America you can manufacture a gun legally. If a Bahamian person has enough money and they want to go off to the United States and set up a manufacturing company for guns, they could do that too. But ladies and gentlemen, that's a poor excuse. I also said the other day, and Lord, I hope nobody don't get mad with me, because this is a thin-skinned society. Thin skin. I said the other day that it is a futile effort to pursue a court case. It's in court, so I can't say much about the alleged evidence. But how are you going to pursue a case where you are alleging that Ortland Bodie Jr., which, oh, God forbid, manufacture a gun legally? And I don't know what you can do with the gun after you buy the gun from the dealer or whoever you buy it from. That's not my business directly. Where is the accountability going to end? Where is the negligence going to start or end? Now, listen, I keep telling you all people, I'm the smartest lawyer that this country has ever produced, besides the late Paul Adley, Sir Kenneth D. Isaacs, Eugene DePuch, Keith Duncombe, Reginald Lebowski, but we have currently with us the Honorable J. Henry Boswick and a number of others. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, the law is not a play business. You cannot hold someone negligently responsible for something that someone else does because of a product. Okay, I bought a magnifying glass here today. If I hold up this glass and I see something that I shouldn't be seeing, and I go do something to somebody illegally because of the magnification of the glass, you telling me that the manufacturer's magnifying glass is going to be responsible? Man, listen, you all people who don't know law. And that's what I like about the Lord has given me an opportunity to have been, no, not to have been, but to have become the most prominent criminal defense and civil attorney in this country. And another point I want to mention before we get to some other topics with my producer's permission is this. Ladies and gentlemen, it relates to what I said earlier. These guns, these bullets, these alleged homicides. How is it that a person can be on bail for multiple alleged homicides? I ain't talking no regular offense, no offense is regular, but you know what I mean, not non-fatal offenses. 5 and 6 on bail. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you all want to start charging some people for negligence, oh Lord of mercy, Broadcasting Corporation, please don't cut me. But ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you can have people in authority overseeing people who have the power under the law to consent to bail being granted a person charged with murder 6 and 7, and no, at least 6 times. That is unheard of. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to compliment, you see, this is going to be unusual, and I hope this don't cause me no problem. I want to compliment the Honorable Senator Cartwright. I'm not PLP, I'm not F&M. But he laid out a good platform recently about the crime-fighting effort and whether or not we are serious. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage the government of the day to compile an inter-party committee. F&M, PLPs, whoever else might qualify. Let's talk about this as an inter-party problem. Listen, crime ain't no PLP direct problem. Crime ain't no PLP direct, F&M direct problem. Crime does not ask whether or not you're PLP or F&M. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this thing, intra-party commission or committee, whatever you call it. Don't forget, the Honorable Senator Cartwright represents St. Barnabas, which is in the heart, the inner city. And you know every other, I'm not knocking Mr. Cartwright, but that's the fact of the community. Every other week, somebody getting do-away in, or the other day the police raid when police get all the drugs from a car wash around the corner someplace. I mean, I'm saying all communities have these issues, but St. Barnabas is in the heart of the belly of the beast, not that the people in there are beasts, so to speak. And I would want the Prime Minister, please call Mr. Senator Cartwright, who is one of the brightest lights in the F&M. I'm not saying there are no other bright lights. There are plenty bright lights. But some bulbs may have gone dim or may blown. But Senator Cartwright, I would want to encourage the Prime Minister to let's do this thing from a non-partisan level. And ladies and gentlemen, I don't like talking all my business, but people say I can talk a little bit since it's an open line basically today. But I want you to call us and tell us what is on your mind. The transgender people say they want to put in the schools. It was all over the news circuit this last night that everyone talk about transgender and whether it's the right time. Ladies and gentlemen, as a father, a grandfather, and as the #1 rated radio and talk show host that this country has ever seen. There's been none like me before, and I dare say there will probably be none, Judges don't cut me, there'll probably be none other like me after I admit this particular position. But ladies and gentlemen, it is clear that crime and the crime-fighting apparatus that we have today are out of control. And you know, when you talk about personalities who might be at the top of these agencies, people say it's personal. Listen, ain't nothing personal about this. It's nothing personal about what I'm about to say. And Lord, forgive the Broadcasting Corporation and myself, but there's nothing personal. The final word talks about those issues that impact the country from a non-partisan position. We all know that crime does not ask the victim, or the perpetrator does not ask the victim, hey, you male, you female, you transgender, you PLP, you FNM, you whatever them other parties are called. No, crime is just a societal problem. And listen, you know why we have crime? Let me be careful. The last time I said one of the reasons because everybody got a gun, I don't know where to find gun. Well, I don't know where to find no gun, and I don't know if everybody got no gun. But the police say guns are all over the place. This is what, and nobody locked the police yet. That's what the police are saying. So the police has to have the intelligence. I mean, they got all the money. Every time you turn around, the United States Embassy or this embassy getting the police 10 vehicles, 20 vehicles, dog, and all this kind of stuff. And they can't find where these guns coming from. Come on, man. I say slackness. I'm not blaming no police. I had reason to speak to one chief officer of the Royal Bahamas Police Force the other day. And we talked for so long, I wanted to tell the person, look, I got to go. But to be polite, I listened to what the person had to say. And they crying about how the police have a poor public relations connection with the public. And I agree. The police don't talk to nobody, in my opinion, as they should. And ladies and gentlemen, in order to detect crime, and I know criminal, despite what people say about me, you need to have intelligence on the ground. And only the people who are involved in criminal activities can give you the data or intelligence that you need. Come on, let's be realistic. So yesterday, I stopped by a particular bakery in the Grove to get a loaf of bread. They always have fresh home-baked bread. And my middle name is H, and I felt like hustling something yesterday. Of course, I always get paid by my bread, right? So I said, I reached. Woman said, yeah, we know. We saw you on the camera. We know you was coming. I said, give me one of them loaf of bread. Woman said, we give you two. I said, let's give me one. And she said, why do you get this bread? Go and let the man who you always praising to pay for this bread for you. I say, who's this man I always praising except the man upstairs, the Lord Jesus Christ? Say, no, we ain't talking about that one. That's number one. We talking about the man who you always saying is the best thing that happened in this country since bread and butter. I say, you man who? Say, Mr. Bodie really is stupid sometimes when they're ready. So we talking about Honorable Prime Minister. I say, oh, where he is? Say, right over there. And ladies and gentlemen, I went to where they say right over there wasn't the Prime Minister, blah, blah, blah. And they say don't joke on no program, but it's not joking. It's talking sense. And ladies and gentlemen, there are certain politicians in this country, PLP and FNMs, who are sticking with the people. And that is why I said that I would hope that the Prime Minister at some point would consider appointing the Honorable Shannon Cartwright to some inter-party non-political man. Come on, we need to get past this stage, man. Crime, killing the people. But I want to see some changes in the firearm. I want to see a gun court come back here. I want to see a court where there are charges that could be tried speedily. No bail for these people. Maybe I'm calling the line. God bless you. My apologies. Caller, hello.
Caller, it is just talking a voice along with you.
Yeah, what's happening with you today?
Say it again?
What is happening with you today?
Well, God still have me breathing. Thank Him for that. We need justice, law, and order in this country.
Yes.
All you mentioned the police. You know something what I've experienced?
What?
I went to court on something the police told me, and I had it on my document, right? My form, right? Believing the police who works in the court. And the magistrate tried to get on me. I had to tell her, you all got to get it together because the police out there told me that. That's why I have it on.
Bremen, are you still talking about what the police didn't do with your summons? Are
Look
you
here.
still talking
I
about
didn't
what the
mention
police?
anything about summons. You need to listen, smartest
No,
lawyer.
Bremen. Now listen, this is your program, this is your show on Broadcasting Corporation, but you will not be allowed to insult me. I ask you if this is the same issue you've had for years and years, where you've asked the Central Police Station, the Commission of Police.
No, you asked me about what you asked me about what?
You ain't know what I asked you about?
Yes, I know what you asked me about, but it just got away from me. But my point is, I never mentioned it. I mentioned something that happened to the court pertaining to a document.
Is the matter still before the court?
Yes, it's impending.
Well, you know I ain't talking about that, Bremen.
But I ain't talking about that either. I'm talking about something different.
What you want to talk about now, Bremen? What you want to talk about today?
Listen again, then. Listen again. Okay, I have said that the police, the courts, magistrate courts, give me some information. I asked for some information.
Yeah, but man, Bremen, producer, Bremen, I don't want, Bremen, I really don't want to be rude. Thank you, call, producer. The police gave you the information of the court. That's hearsay. I don't know who these police officers are.
I'm telling you what happened.
Oh my God, Bremen.
I'm telling you what happened.
But I don't know if what you're saying is true.
Anyhow, the magistrate has it. Okay?
Bremen.
What I am saying is...
producer, thank you. Bremen, yeah, thank you, Bremen. Producer, thank you, Bremen. My God, Bremen, I say producer, the producer ain't looking at me at all.
Yeah,
Bremen, listen.
Because you know you're talking foolishness. I'm making a statement.
Bremen, I'm talking.
You trying to put your words in it.
Listen, thank you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not accustomed to this kind of nonsense, right? If I'm not cutting nobody, but if I'm saying to some people, look here, we finished with that conversation, you can't come tell me about what the police tell you at no courthouse. That is hearsay. I will not allow myself, I don't know, with the Broadcasting Corporation, to be sued for foolishness. I don't want to hear about no summons that nobody tried to serve at the court and couldn't get served. And every time this particular person who's a great friend call in, they talking about summons. I don't want to hear nothing about no summons. Go up to Clayton Fernanda, the Commissioner of Police, resolve that by police headquarters. Producer, I'm not going to entertain that. Thank God the show finishes tomorrow for the Easter week. Call on the line. Good afternoon. Hello? Listen, if you're talking to me, please turn your radio off or down. Are you there? God bless you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a Mickey Mouse program. Call them other people. And Bremen, I didn't mean to offend you if I did, but I don't hear about no summons can't get served. This is not what the Broadcasting Corporation is all about. There's a court system. We have 2,000, almost 3,000 lawyers at the bar who can accommodate you. Or if you can't afford them, you join the Puget Legal Aid Society. Come on, man. What y'all think this is? Then you're going to tell me I'm talking foolishness? Well, don't call me. Call them other people. 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405. Our WhatsApp line, 357-9417. I am Ortland Bodie Jr. What's on the WhatsApp line today? Let's take a good look at it. Let me take these spectacles off. All right. No, that's an old one. Very old. Let's see what it says here. Good evening, Mr. Bodie. If someone has committed their first offense, the person not caught with a handgun, will they be considered for a reduced sentence? No. Call What's Up Writer. Anybody who was caught and found guilty without any appeals being lodged with a firearm or ammunition should go to jail for at least 5 years. Simple. On a second offense, you should go to jail for at least lifetime. No parole. Guns kill people. that are used by people to kill people. Guns themselves don't kill people. Guns are inert. But people who have firearms and they use them against another human being, they won't kill or harm somebody, and you should punish them to the full extent of the law. Go to jail. That's my philosophy. Anybody has a different opinion on that? Okay, someone says, good evening, Mr. Bodie. Oh, I read that already. My God, Mr. Bodie, don't let Bremen stress you out. No, Bremen can't stress me. Bremen just have this fixation, like a lot of Bremen people, about foolishness. You have a call on the line. Thank you, producer. Hello, you there? Hello? You're not there. 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405. Call on the line. Good afternoon. Hello?
How you doing, Mr. Bodie?
Boy, I doing so good, I scared.
Okay. Well, I think I'm a little older than you, so it's not boy. But anyway.
Who's my boy?
I said I'm a little older than you, so I said it's not boy.
Oh, you older than me?
Yeah, I'm 72.
What you saying now?
Okay. I want to make a statement to you, and it's not going to affect the sadness of the broadcasting station. First of all,
I hope not.
No, I will never put you in that position. I've been around for a long time. So, my first statement I want to make, you always make the statement, you're not a PLP, you're not an FNM. I don't care who you are, but you have to vote for one of those two parties, or you vote for the third party, which I don't even care. My statement is you really do have a love for Shannon Daw, because that's the most silliest thing, as in all my years I've listened to you say it, that the PLP...
You say because I support...
Excuse me, hold on, let me finish.
No, let me interject here.
Okay, go ahead, yes, sure.
Are you suggesting that because I said publicly that I support the efforts of the Honorable Shannon Daw Cartwright, that I am wrong?
No, I didn't say that, sir.
Oh, I apologize. Go ahead now.
No problem. I said to you, that is the most silliest thing I said, as I quote again, that I've ever heard you said. You said that the PLP, Brave Davis administration, should give Shannon Daw a post. Where in your green, God's green land has an FNM ever given a PLP, ever given a sitting FNM a post in their administration? Where has the FNM ever given a sitting member of parliament?
Now you say you 73, right? I can let you finish.
I said 72. I said 72.
70, whatever. God bless you. Live a tree score near 10. But if I could have, and I hope the police won't come get me. If I had that thing, they call that thing called a cow something.
Okay.
I'll whop you, not advocating violence. But what I said is not what you're saying. I did not say that Shannon Daw Cartwright, the Honorable Shannon, should be appointed to the administration of the Davis administration.
And
I said, let me finish.
Okay.
I said that a parliamentary committee or committee they'll call it, a select committee, could be appointed in the House of Assembly to investigate and make recommendations of crime and the abatement of crime, and it should comprise FNM and PLP members. That's what I said.
Okay. Now let me finish on.
You want to apologize?
No, I'm not, because I'm going to get back to the point. I'm going to get back to the point.
Okay.
Let me finish to say, every day I listen to you. I won't tell you what my profession was, but every day I listen to you.
Well, thank you,
and
sir.
You said that in your opening statement, your dialogue, you said, hey, crime is not a PLP, or it's the PLP or the FNM, right? But I want to know, if you and I get together, we went out fishing, and your phone rang, and my wife's number came up on your phone, and I decided to kill you while you were out to sea. How is that a political?
You want to try to look at your my phone?
No.
You want to know if your wife calling me? I don't want your wife calling me. I got my own wife.
You missed the point that I'm saying. Don't try to make no joke of it.
Oh, go ahead.
It's a very serious matter. I said to you, how does the PLC or the FNM or Lincoln Bain Party, how would they stop me and you from fighting or killing one another? How do they stop?
I can fight over your wife?
Oh my God! You're trying to make a joke of it.
My brother, I got my wife. I got my wife at home.
Oh my God!
My God. My name is Ortland Bodie Jr. I have my wife. I'm happily married, and I love my wife.
Let me retract that, Bodie. Let me retract that.
My God, man. How we get talking about my wife?
Mr.
We
Bodie,
talking about national issues. We talking about my wife.
Oh my God, Mr. Bodie, I think you be drinking too much of that white water you have there.
Okay. Now, caller, you are insulting my sensibilities.
You've done it to me the whole time I've been on the radio.
Producer, God bless that call, eh? Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You can't take this.
All right, God bless you. Let's take another call. You can't call the talk show host and insult him and tell me your opinion. Producer, thank you. Next caller, please. Hello. We got to go to a short commercial break right now. We're going to be right back.
The Public Hospitals Authority and the Princess Margaret Hospital advise the public that only emergency cases are encouraged to utilize the emergency department at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Non-emergency patients are asked to contact their primary care physician or utilize community clinics for care. A medical emergency is an acute injury or illness that poses an immediate risk to a person's life or long-term health, sometimes referred to as a situation risking life or limb. If you are unsure whether you require emergency medical assistance, please call 919 or the emergency department at Princess Margaret Hospital at 326-7014. The public is encouraged to follow all public announcements and advisories from the Ministry of Health and the Public Hospitals Authority for information regarding health and hospital services.
One of the biggest challenges I face as a teen mother is support throughout the community. Instead of the community trying to uplift teen mothers, they insist on bringing us down and trying to tear down our self-esteem. Becoming a teen mother helped me to realize that I need to be more responsible. It helps me to focus on my decisions because I need not to decide for myself anymore. I have to make decisions for me and my daughter. In my opinion, seeking health services was excellent for me. Honestly, my biggest support, other than the nurses, was my Grammy. The advice that I give to other teens out there is to stay focused on your education. Stay focused on your self-goals. Set goals for yourself.
The ZNS community page now has its own home on Channel 230. Be sure to tune into this channel to see informative notices, funeral announcements, birthday greetings, and much, much more. So watch the ZNS community channel today on Cable 230.
By giving unconditionally, not expecting anything in return, I thought was a wonderful way of showing this love. And I believe that it is love that truly draws people. And so I thought we could cover a lot more people by feeding. Volunteers, you know, they have truly been sold.
My passion is to help, and I thank God for what I can do through the help of Bahamas Feeding Network.
Bold steps were taken on the road to independence.
So Black Lives mattered in that generation that led to independence. The late Dr. Martin Luther King frequent Bimini on a regular. People didn't know he came to West End too. I have a picture with Sidney Poitier and my Aunt Pearl on the beach in West End.
During that period, West End was the capital of Grand Bahama. But it was the capital in more than just a name. It was, in fact, the business center for the entire island of Grand Bahama.
From the cardboard days where you push your window out with the stick and you knew everybody around you. And they looked out for your children, they looked out for everyone in the community.
Did you know that there are over 30,000 Bahamians with diabetes and another 23,000 with prediabetes? Each year, this number is expected to increase. Many people who have diabetes are unaware. If you are having blurry vision, feeling thirsty, urinating frequently, or are unusually tired or losing weight despite a healthy diet, you may have diabetes. If you have a parent or sibling that has diabetes, you are also at an increased risk of developing diabetes. If you have noticed any of these symptoms, it is important to see your doctor, who will perform the necessary tests to confirm the diagnosis. Together, we can beat diabetes.
The thought of colon cancer never really crossed my mind until 2019, when a very good friend of mine was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I was shocked. Everybody was shocked because he was a picture of perfect health. He was young, athletic, successful, and full of life. Many of us are still in disbelief. I started to question my own health because if it happened to him, surely it could happen to me. Then came the fear, the anxiety, and everything else in between. Facing your own mortality is very sobering. But for me, I decided right then to have a colonoscopy, and I'm glad I did.
Colon cancer is the third most common cancer diagnosed in Bahamian men and women. Fortunately, almost all colon cancers are preventable. A colonoscopy or some other appropriate form of colon cancer screening is recommended for everyone over the age of 45. During a colonoscopy, we can detect and remove colon polyps that may grow and later become colon cancers. Don't wait until you develop symptoms, such as blood in your stool, abdominal pain, a significant change in your bowel habits, or unintentional weight loss. These may all be indications of a severe problem that requires immediate attention. If you're over the age of 45 or have any of those symptoms, talk to your doctor about the benefits of colon cancer screening today.
It's a joy, to help someone who is in need,
I'm proud to know that we are able to accommodate them with a hot meal, fresh meal, and a well-balanced meal.
A lot of our clients, as you know, it's in the inner city and persons who really include them so much of the loss they do. And for whatever reason, 2 months, 3 months, they really don't have anything. You have to have some kind of kindness to do this.
So tune in to Channel 230 and never miss an announcement.
The views expressed on this show, interview, or program are not necessarily the views expressed by the ZNS Radio Network and, by extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the heat of the moment, sometimes you could be over-exuberant and you could say some things that may not perhaps be appropriate. And I just want to say to that particular caller who called in when I said I wanted to put whatever I wanted. No, listen, you all know I'm a non-violent person, right? And the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas does not advocate in any way, shape, or form violence. But there are times in broadcast media you could be over-exuberant, but you have to be circumspect. If I'm sure I offended that particular caller, and if he wants to call back in, I will say to him publicly on the radio that I should not, on television, have said what I said. There are times when it's inappropriate, totally inappropriate. So I'm sure I offended him, and I profusely apologize if I offended him or anybody else. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a number of emotive issues going on in this country right now. The transgender instructions, etc., etc. And let us all try to keep a civil discourse, if we might. Caller on the line, good afternoon. Okay, I can't quite hear you. Go ahead. This is who?
Hello.
Producer, can we get a little clearer, or are we good to go? Hello?
Hello, Mr. Bodie.
Yes?
How you doing?
I ain't doing too bad.
Don't go too bad. Okay, I'm calling concerning our post office. we no longer. Are you aware that we no longer send mail to the United States or outside the Bahamas?
If I'm aware of that, you can't take your mail by the post office, the town center mall, or any of the outstaying locations. You can't mail nothing no more.
We could receive mail from the United States or from out the country, but we can't send.
Oh, I didn't know that, but I will certainly speak to the honorable minister. She was here a couple of weeks back of transport and housing, and I'll ask her about that early. But I'll ask about that tomorrow morning so I can announce something on the program tomorrow.
Yes, please for me, because I have some mail I want to send to my kids. Two of them were born over there, and they're over there, and I want to send some mail.
You want to have communication available.
Excuse me?
You want to have communication means available via the post office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I will ask the Honorable Minister about that first thing tomorrow, and when I come on tomorrow at 4 o'clock, I'll make an announcement about what she had to say.
Thank you so much, and a pleasant afternoon to you.
Well, you do the same thing, too. And ladies and gentlemen, again, please allow me to apologize. In the over-exuberance sometimes of talk shows and radio shows, you could run out. Now, all you all know I'm almost perfect, but I'm not quite perfect yet. There'll be times when I say inappropriate things, and if I indicated I wanted to do something with someone, that is never and has never been my nature. I apologize profusely to the Bahamas Broadcasting Corporation, to my producers, and of course to all of the employees here. I never meant that I wanted to put nothing on nobody from a physical point. And I really, really, really should not have said that. But ladies and gentlemen, you sometimes get in the heat of the moment that you say things that are not necessary. But I want to hear from you. What is your take on teaching our children about transgender issues in our schools? But let's take a call on the line. Call on the line. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yes. You need to turn that down or off.
No, I'm in the street. I'm on the side of the road. I'm glad you apologize, because that's what I was calling about. I'm glad you apologize. You need to take a break, because that man was only giving a scenario.
Okay.
You did apologize, but that's fight my soul. But anyway, you started off with police don't know with guns and whatnot. Police don't know with the Haitians that coming through. It's something our police don't know. They don't know how to stop the Haitians from going on the line and taking it over. We don't know anything. But thank God you apologized for what you did, because that was so wrong. Thank you.
That's a good thing. Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, I might be small in stature, but I believe in being big, especially under guidance. I know everything.
If you'd like to make a call, please.
No calls. I know everything, but there are times other persons who work along with myself can make suggestions. And I take it all in stride. I want to say good afternoon to my good friend and a producer, the Dapper Dawn. I say he's exiting. I want to say a special good afternoon also to my good friend, Mr. Bew. But let's take a call from, is that Ted? Ted, how you doing today? Yeah, Ted, turn your radio off or down, man.
I got a radio, you had one.
Well, you got a bad connection, but talk to me, Ted. What's up?
Listen, Bodie.
Yes?
You don't need to apologize. That fella need to get walk up the door and police and these running over. Tell him get to hell.
I don't need to do what?
That fella, you don't need to apologize to him. He's running over.
But you understand, you can't threaten a man publicly to put that thing on him like that. That's not appropriate.
Yeah, well, some people need that.
Yeah, but we know that. But we can't say it publicly on national radio. And what else on your mind today?
Yeah, but they're not talking about that, Let's talk about the transgender thing.
What about that?
They said that they want to put the unisex bathroom in the schools now.
Yeah, what's wrong with it?
I think that's a terrible line.
But what's wrong with it?
You don't think nothing wrong with it? What's your opinion?
What I'm asking you, my brother, is what is wrong with teaching children about being transgender? If a child a boy wants to be like a girl, and a girl wants to be like a boy, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, but we're a Christian nation. There's a Christian nation. You can't do some kind of stuff.
Who decides that? The government, the teachers' union, or the parents, or the church?
Because the country as a whole.
You have children?
Yeah, man.
So if your daughter says, Daddy, I want to be like Ortland Bodie tomorrow, what happens then?
You can be like Ortland Bodie, man. You're the good example.
So you have no problem with transgender?
I have a problem with anybody who have a problem with being who God called it. As we all should, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So just let everybody do what they want to do.
If you feel that way, they got free will, right?
So if I were to see you in another week or so by a certain place dressed up in a dress with your little paper bag and your cane and you have a lipstick, what do I do?
It's not you can do. I got free will. I can make my own choices.
Lipstick and a dress.
Yeah.
I could just see you right now on Pine Road.
Just a one minute.
Hey, go on. We can talk, okay? God bless you. Call on the line. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a call quickly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Brother. How you doing?
I ain't doing too bad.
Ortland Bodie, Punkity, yeah.
I know that's you.
Yeah, I have 2 points. I was wondering about the post office. I wondered about the plan for the new post office. I heard the former minister had a plan to transform it and have it like a delivery service and what have you. Like deliver your goods to your house and what have you.
Who can do that? The government?
That was the former plan for the former government under the...
I don't want that to happen.
What you don't want to happen?
I don't want nobody delivering no mail to my house.
You don't have to do if you want to. You can request it.
No, but then, Poncanita, you'll know where I live in. Then if you want to stalk my people or stalk me,
well,
you know how to find me.
Mr. Bodie, it'll be good.
If you bring in a big box to my house, you may figure something in the box kind of big.
I hear that.
Then next thing you can come to rob me.
I hear that, but for those who want that, like the Punkanita, wouldn't be a chair, that would be great for. I had a service like that before, but it closed down. And the Jamaica Road, I don't know if you remember, there's a private post office used to.
Well, in fact, there is a private company. I can't call the name because they're not advertisement to broadcast. But there are a number of private companies that pick up mail from the post office and will deliver it straight to your doorstep.
But why our government service can't do it, you know?
My government can't really run nothing. But
privatize it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Privatize it. Allow probably about 6 or 12 companies to make bids. But government itself shouldn't run it.
Allow my company in order to do it, because I got to do in the airport.
Yeah.
Just privatize the post office. My second point is I really enjoy that Weston moved that ZNS Northern Service.
Yes.
I don't know if you get to watch any of it.
Yes.
But it's a tremendous history in that. Mr. Bodie, where are you from? From Freeport or Nassau?
Where what?
Where you from? What island you from?
Me?
Yeah, not your family. You. Where you born?
I born here in Nassau.
Oh, well, okay. But grandmama did a wonderful job.
I'm descended from Mangrove Key. I'm just my dad. And my mom was from Old Bight, Cat Island.
My people are Exoma and Long Island.
Oh, my mother's from Exoma also. Her mother was from a place called Forbes Hill, Exoma.
Oh, my Georgetown.
That's where the deputy prime minister is from.
From Georgetown, eh?
Forbes Hill, Exoma.
Yeah, it's a man from Georgetown.
I tell you where he from. You tell me what. The deputy prime minister is the descendant of Forbes Hill, Exoma.
I hear that. But I'm telling you where mine's from.
Now, you got to wrap up for me quick. What you say?
Right, but all I want to say is keep good things to come. I hope they have a transformation with the post office. I'd love to have them do that. If there was a plan by the former government, that's a good plan. And let's hope to see it carried out. And,
listen, what I think we need to do, Pumpkin Eater, is we need to develop a national infrastructure program. A Supreme Court should be built, a Supreme Court, a real Supreme Court. where all of the Supreme Courts will be located.
We need a local government.
We need to have a department for the parliamentary, the House of Assembly and the Senate, housed in one complex with all of the modern equipment.
I think they are plans.
We need to have these things done, Pumpkin, and not keep patching and patching and
But
patching.
they are plans. I understand they are plans for that.
Who have plans?
This government, my government.
They told you about it?
Yeah, I watch Parliament. Do you watch Parliament?
Well, you better than me because I ain't nobody tell me nothing yet.
You don't watch Parliament,
They told you?
You don't watch Parliament.
They told you that?
Do you watch the parliamentary channel?
Do they tell you that?
Yeah, they mentioned in Parliament.
Okay.
Yeah, so that.
Okay, I will not dispute what you say.
But well, I just want to.
Now tomorrow is Political Friday.
Yeah, what you talk about? What you got on?
We can talk about whatever you want to talk about tomorrow.
So I bring Mr. Johnson on.
Who's Mr. Johnson?
F&M.
Well, my producer, I'm asking to bring him, but they ain't get him yet. But we can talk to you tomorrow.
Right. There's some new development in that party. They need to know what's going on.
Oh, me?
No, in the F&M.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. So
Right.
tomorrow, God spell life.
Right.
Okay, okay, thank you, Pumpkin. We got a Mr. Bulldog still there, or he gone? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, what is on your mind today? 325-5403, 325-5404, 323-5405. Ortland Bodie Jr. If I might, let me read one or two of what Texas. Someone says, well, they talking about Bob Marley and this, so he ain't talking about Bob Marley today. Someone says, Mr. Bodie, I am enjoying your show, sir, as usual. Well, text writer, I'm happy that you're enjoying my show, and I don't want you to stop listening now. You know, we're going to take a break for the Easter holiday on Friday, which is tomorrow. But certainly tomorrow, we're going to be having a Political Friday. Mr. Bodie, when will we pass the law for 2 terms for Prime Minister and members of Parliament? But can we please set an election date? Well, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe that we should have term limits. We need to have, okay, let's take a call on the line. Good afternoon, caller.
Hello, Mr. Ortland Bodie Jr.
Ortland H. Bodie Jr., yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'm Hilton Boleg from Freeport, originally from Mastic Point, Andrew.
Well, God bless you, my brother. What's on your mind today?
Okay, I want to say something about transgenderism, or however they refer to it, about it being taught in our schools.
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't have a problem of it being taught in our schools as long as it is taught in a balanced way. And in a balanced way, I mean the kids should be taught the Bible's perspective on it also, the biological aspect, and the spiritual aspect. If they are going to teach both, then I don't have a problem with it. But if they're going to be one-sided and push the agenda that males and females are the same and they could interchange freely, then no, I don't think it should be taught that way.
Okay, so you wanted to be fair and balanced.
Yes.
All right. Now tomorrow is Political Friday. I want to talk some politics tomorrow.
You want to talk some politics tomorrow?
Yeah, you're going to put your thoughts together for the night, and tomorrow you're going to call me early enough.
Okay, yeah, I'll try.
I want to know whether the FNM is viable. I want to know whether the PLP doing a good job. I want to know whether them other people agitating foolishly or have a vision plan. I want to know where we going. I want to know about crime tomorrow, man.
Well, I'd like to
I want to know whether these people who are in charge of crime know what they're doing.
Yeah, well, my personal opinion is both parties in this country, PLP and FNM, have failed the Bahamian people miserably. All of them, over and over. And I would like a third party.
You want a third party? Who you want as a third party?
Well, Lincoln Bain seems to be the most viable candidate right now. However,
is it because Lincoln Bain making more noise or what?
Him, and I need to see some more people on his team. We can't be a one-man band.
So you're going with Lincoln Bain?
Yeah, well, I would, given the choice, I would choose him over PLP or FNM in this country.
Well, God bless you. Now, make sure call us tomorrow and tell us a little bit more about that tomorrow on the Political Friday, eh?
Yeah.
God bless you. All right.
If you don't mind, I have a problem that requires a lawyer's attention. I will know.
Now, listen, your problem, I can't discuss your problem on ZNS at time. If you want to talk to me privately, call me at 428 4814.
4814, yeah.
Or call them other people, Mr. Ban them. But you could call me. You could call me anyhow. We'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, I will talk to you first.
All right, we'll talk. God bless you. We have another call on the line, or let me read this text real quickly. Good day, Mr. Bodie. This morning's newspaper headline. Is that a call on the line, or call on the line? You there? Hello?
Hi.
How you doing?
Mr. Bodie.
That's me.
This is Michelle calling.
Well, God bless you, madam. Good afternoon.
Yes. I have a problem at the hospital. You know, they always make it look like it's nice. They bring it to you in a picture that everything is good at the hospital, but it's not. Mr. Dabble really needs to improve on the hospital, on the staff, or whatever.
What Mr. Dabble needs to do?
Well, take for instance.
You're talking about Honorable Minister Dabble, the Minister of Health and Wellness?
Yes, I think he's the top person, so he should make these things available. The average Bahamian cannot afford everything, especially if they are ill and they need so much procedures done.
Okay.
Take, for instance, a diagnostic. They only have one ultrasound lady there. One.
Not one?
One.
Or they only have one?
Right. And you call in for an appointment for ultrasound. They give you radon in August.
August of this year?
Yes, and I took the form there about 2 months ago.
Wow.
Okay? Then you go to the vision, the eye doctor.
Not on Soldier Road?
Yes.
Lord, don't tell me about that again.
You can't get an appointment until September.
September?
Right.
By that time you'll be blind.
By that time you'll be dead too.
Well, I know all that. But you could be blind.
Yeah, right. And
so would you call Dr. Dabble them and complain?
You can't get through to him, and I know I wouldn't get through to him. But however, the other departments, like if you're a medical patient, right? Before COVID came in, I was a medical patient getting tended to regularly with my medical doctors.
Right.
The consultants. You can't see the consultants now.
You can't see them?
No.
Why?
It's kind of difficult getting to see them, to go there.
Okay, listen. You need to call me off air. I'm not the people's champion, but in the interest of time, at 428, you got that number? 428 4814.
Right. You only
send me a WhatsApp or an email, and I will send it to Dr. Dabble with your name and your phone number.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that Dr. Dabble will respond.
Could I say one more thing?
Yes, ma'am.
They refer you to the clinics, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you go to the clinics, the nurses have an attitude, sometimes even the doctor. Not all now, but the majority of them.
Got a stink attitude.
Yes, and you know what they tell you? Do you have NHI?
Any what?
Do you have NHI? That's what they tell you, right?
Mm.
Okay, that's fine, right? But if you're a constant patient with sicknesses that is beyond NHI, right?
Right.
Why they have to tell you, and they tell you, say, you got to come in next time, I'll be sending you an NHI, right? That's what they said.
Well, I don't know about all of that, but you should send me a WhatsApp so I can follow this up for you.
And so I have this statement. If the clinic, the nurses don't want to do their work, or the doctors, some doctors do, and the hospital, they seem like they don't want to do their work, right? And then the doctors complain in the hospital that they have NHI, they ain't got to worry about PMH.
Yeah.
See, that can't pay them.
Okay.
Why are they holding on to the position at their job at PMH where they get paid once a month and they ain't doing the public?
Well, I don't want to get into all of that right now.
I know, they ain't doing the public.
Yeah, but now, you're a politician, eh? But listen, just send me one email, man, or WhatsApp.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, God bless you.
Right.
We are approaching that 5 o'clock hour where we're going to take our news broadcast, but if you have an issue, today is complete open line. We have a time for one caller before we go to the break. Call on the line. Good afternoon. Hello?
If you'd like to make a call,
no,
hang
I
up
want
and
to
try
talk to
again.
you.
If you
Let me look at this what's up here for a quick second, producer. Okay. Someone says, I got a minute for that? Okay, you say take a break. We're going to be right back.
Hepatitis is the inflammation of the liver, which is the organ responsible for filtering toxins from the body, producing bile for digestion, and producing proteins and clotting factors. The most important cause of hepatitis worldwide is viruses, of which there are 5 main types: A, B, C, D, and E. Hepatitis B and C are major health challenges globally, affecting over 300 million persons worldwide. The suspicion of hepatitis may be a challenge, as there are typically no symptoms. However, if infected, non-specific symptoms may include decreased appetite, nausea, vague abdominal discomfort, jaundice or yellow eyes, and abnormal liver function tests. If not treated, hepatitis of any type can lead to cirrhosis and liver cancer, which leads to over 1 million deaths worldwide. If you suspect you may have been exposed to the virus that causes hepatitis, talk to your doctor today and get tested.
This public service announcement is brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority in conjunction with the Medical Association of the Bahamas and the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Akush Lapinder, and this is the ZNS News Update at the hour. Customs goes digital. Officials this morning launching the Exempt Mobile Baggage Declaration app. The app's expected to save time as travelers can submit their declarations and payment while still abroad. The app becomes mandatory June 12th. The Hilton Hotel scheduled to reopen in winter. This as the downtown property undergoes renovations, according to Press Secretary Clint Watson. And voting day for the Bahamas Communications and Public Managers Union. Polls opened at 9 this morning and close at 5. 9 positions in the union are being contested. That ends the ZNS News Update at the hour. Once again, I'm Akush Lapinder. Good afternoon.
Have you been denied a U.S. visa and don't understand why? Have you been turned away from the U.S. border without an explanation? Maybe you've had a prior arrest or conviction and you're not clear on how to move forward at this point. Call our office. We may be able to help. 954-449-1833.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Sometimes, when you're living a fabulous life like I do, you've just got to take a break and make time to take care of your own mind, body, and soul so they can be at their most fabulous. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how I took a few days just for myself, just to make sure that my mind, body, and soul were fit and fabulous. We'll start in an unusual and ancient place where the beautiful Bahamian environment surrounds you with serenity. Next, I'm going to give my body a real challenge, then learn all about nutritious refreshment. Tomorrow, we'll begin with morning yoga on the beach, another visit to a gorgeous home, and an opportunity for me to get in touch with my inner artist while sipping on some fabulous wine. We'll end this fabulous weekend of taking care of me with one of my favorite things, a day of sumptuous spa pampering. So stay with us for fabulous living Bahamian style, mind, body, and soul.
We can go to Inagua, see the flamingos, get to it so much, show you all the tingo, juicy pineapples, the taste of Ilutra, nothing but happiness in our future. Sail to Long Island,
it's time for an adventure. Today on Fabulous Living Bahamian Style, I'm going to be taking a tour of the Bahamas National Trust Primeval Forest. Now, what's so interesting about this place is it is a pristine piece of national park that gives us an idea of what the Bahamas was like prior to us inhabiting the island. We're talking about animals, we're talking about trees, we're talking about flowers. We're also going to look at some of the pools, and it is a fantastic place to explore. So let's take a look.
The Primeval Forest National Park is a geological and botanical gem in southwestern New Providence, and a real hidden treasure that provides some peace